there was a point the doctors had to tell her, my dear, because you've lost so much blood.
Yeah.
All we have, it's not going to be enough. God, drinking, my dear, drinking.
Hello, folks. I'm Witness D2. From soul to sales, creative expression, emotional intelligence, and the business of art in Botswana. Welcome to the Director's Journal, where conversations shape perspective, stories, and shape legacy. Today, we are diving in deep into something that it is sat at the heart of Botswana: identity, creativity, but not just creativity as an expression, creativity as survival, creativity as an extraordinary storytelling, creativity as business. And I'm your host again, Witness D2, and I'm not alone. I'm with the man of the moment, Thabang Syke Rasefako. Sure, bro, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Man, anytime, man. It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
How have things been?
I can complain.
Yeah.
I can complain. Really, growth, just to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Before congratulations, man, on the new bag. It's a hit.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah.
We live for this.
Yeah.
This is, that's how we're able to come up with these things. Life-changing moments, life-changing music.
Yeah.
Er.
Okay. Syke, how did you come about that?
First and foremost, Linkiti is a statement. Not just a statement, but a testimony.
Yeah.
Okay, much more like other people. You're like, you know what? It's so packed with so much that you could take out of it. Maybe if I were to get into detail about how the song came about, I'm home.
Yeah.
I get a call. Hey, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, nah, I'm just relaxing.
Yeah.
He's my guys. We're chilling at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. He calls me. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm just chilling with the outies. What's happening?" He says, "I have something for you."
Yeah.
After I did this, I just thought of you, like right there and then. I'm like, "All right, send it through." He sends it to me. I don't listen to it that night because we left the gathering. Yeah, immediately out to see.
Yeah.
I get straight home, and I go straight to sleep. I go to up again. I'm like, "Oh, Loki sent me this in the morning. Let me listen to it." I grab my phone. I guess now it is. I'm like, you know what? I call him up. I'm like, hey, are you home? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm coming to the studio. He's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I get there. We play it on the sound. I'm just vibing because that's what I do mostly before I write. I get to the actual heart of the music.
Yeah.
So, I guess now it is. I'm like, you know what? Give me a moment. But just keep playing the song. Just give me a moment. I step aside. And then I listen to myself because that's what I do a lot of times. I listen to myself. I'm not listening to myself. I'm listening to my spirit. Like,
Yeah.
what is it saying to me?
Yeah.
Like I've cleared the path for you. I've opened all the doors. Just walk through.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid because you've been afraid before. I knew that. But I still carried you through from your debut singles and I can't wait to society. I mean, from you doubting yourself throughout all this time to the here. But you know what you're capable of because it's not you. You say it all the time. When you get down on your knees, and you talk to me, you tell me what everything that you do is not by you. So now I need you to trust me the way you've always been.
Yeah.
Today you have to trust me more. It became mellow. After peace, first that. Morana totala tuma yo khole di khabe ke phosa. E be ke gape ko ntle. Don't you worry, don't you put your way, doesn't belong. Ke go betse sera le mo boleng teng ja ba ba ga ga ka bala the Lord's Prayer. Second.
Yeah.
Even though I walk in the shadows of the what shadows of darkness.
Yeah.
I will fear no evil. I get it. It says the Lord will prepare a table before your enemies. So go back to Sarala, put a center stage in the midst of your enemies for you to enjoy while they watch you flourish.
Yeah.
I go back, I write it down, I sing it and record. Le tata la gore le nkitse. The day will come for all of you to know me. I'm not talking about me.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Lord in my life. He says the day will come for everybody
Oh, yeah.
to know you through what
Yeah.
I do. So I am a vessel. Again.
Yeah.
So I'm a vessel, and He's the creator. He speaks through me. I write the song. Ke alositse moya ka pelo ya la ya go batla. Ke alositse moya ka pelo ya la ya go batla go utlwa. Tiro ya me ya nnete ke go nna morongwa. Ha ba re pitso ya tsamaisa bosigo go toa go kgaragatsa go sa ya arabe. Mone wa masego le matlhonolo mphe bokgoni ke ska utlwala kgakala. Ntshwara kere.
Yeah.
When Jonah arumiwa, he rebelled about tsama ditsela tsa gago. That people think that story is just fiction.
Yeah.
It's the truth embedded in reality. It's not talking about, it might be talking about literally, figuratively, or Jonah was swallowed by a fish. But if we're taking it out of context and bringing it to reality, it says, your rebellion, from your purpose, leads to what? Death.
Yeah.
So me being an obedient child, because that's exactly what creates a sweet scent to the Lord. Me being an obedient child.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I know there's nothing else you want me to do. You just want me to listen and act. That's obedience. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So help me to stay humble enough to not be too far from your voice. That's all the song is talking about.
Yeah.
So so that's how the song came about. After we recorded the song, it became like, you know what? It's fine. After I record music, I'm a if you get time, when I recorded the song, I was with my boy, I think I was with him. Was I with you too? No. Hey, we actually did together.
Okay.
So we recorded the song. How does I be reject God? That's not recorded, he just leaves the project red God. A couple of days pass. He calls me, he's like, yo. I don't understand
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand Setswana, but Jesus. So we decide this is going to be our next single. Loki has been believing in the song before it got recorded, when it was just a beat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just used to this because I'm always recording music. But what is he on about? My man, I'll tell you from Senakangwedi. Every time I release a song, I got on the phone with my lady. Bless her heart, because the only reason why I'm here is because of her. I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
We got on the phone, we pray midnight. When I pray, witness, I'm not psych anymore. I'm not that guy who said.
Yeah.
I'm just a peasant. I'm just a sinner. Thabang Syke Rasefako. I know what you wanted me to do. And that is to speak to the people, to tell them what you are telling me. Like I said, I'm a vessel.
Yeah.
So if we are not talking, if we are not preaching your word, if we are not talking about you, I don't want it. This is why all of my music is just gospel music.
And you know what's crazy is because when I listened to that song, I certainly thought it was all about you. Because how ring letata hore le nkitse. So I thought as you are getting your music out to the people, you are just basically saying, I'm working on myself, and the day will come where you get to know who Syke is.
Yeah.
So I didn't take it through the perspective you took that thing from the Bible perspective into music, which is a good thing, which is crazy, right? So as you were talking about God and your prayer, how do you differentiate you being known and kana houses o itse mo industry and all that? Batho ba ka bontsi ba tswa mo Bible-eng, right?
Yeah.
How do you make sure that you keep intact? You are being anchored to your dream and at the same time, God.
I think it all goes back to the foundation of a man's life.
Yeah.
There are two types of men. I get it.
Yeah.
Men who build a foundation because there's an end goal or just rooted in purpose.
Yeah.
And then there's a man that just lives because life as a man is life. One, you're going to be going around with women, enjoying your life like the world does, because sin is nice.
Yeah.
Even the Bible says it. It says sin is nice. You party, you sleep around, you do all these things.
Yeah.
You are living for you. Because the sole purpose at which you were created is very different from what you are portraying. What's all about. And then there's a man who lives at home about Sela.
Yeah.
Okay. How it's an witness. You are a provider, you are a builder, and you are father of many nations.
Yeah.
There's a thing that's this. They have that's exactly what makes it, man. It's a father of many nations. You make disciples of many nations. And how do you disciple nations? You teach them in the way of the word.
Yeah.
And I know many people might feel weird about this, but psychics, I would care less about that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you something that I've seen for myself,
Yeah.
that I've so many times slipped out of so many times. I've fallen, I've gotten back up. You understand what I'm saying? So, in that essence, yeah, the foundation that I built or I was raised in, when my mother raised me,
Yeah.
from being taught how to pray. My man, I'm going to tell you a crazy story. There was one time when I got because my mother was a chef for BDF her whole life.
Yeah.
From 97 till Maroba retired, at 60.
Yeah.
There was one time I got patso. So I didn't say Robert Busio. Mind you, Ghana go 4, 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
My little sister Gil stand at 1. If I'm not mistaken. Now, nice at in school.
Okay.
So kana go ha rentse robetse re utlwa ntsa e rora kwa ntlakere e tenegetseng gore e ntsakere.
Yeah.
So you hear this and then khantelo utlwa 1 khantelo utlwa tse 4 khantelo utlwa tse 8. It's like there's so many dogs mojarti khantele ha ntse go change ha ntse go tsama o tla go change o kile o tota o e bopa. You hear that, but that's exactly at the door go le batile tsanang teng. Mama comes into the room, she wakes us up. She says, because it was me, my brother, and our little sister. I love her so much. So she's such a little baby, no, nothing.
Yeah.
She calls us to the living room. We get there to the living room. And then she says, when Thabang, you're going to pray. I'm going to go to the door. I'm going to stand by the door. Okay. And then I'm going to agree with you in spirit.
Yeah.
I was taught how to pray. Kebala 4. Totally not even 4. Kebala 3, 2. Now we start getting into prayer. We're praying. My mother just agree. She says, I'm going to bless the prayer. And then she prays. After she prays, she said, go, all of you guys go to sleep.
Yeah.
Still like 5 to 10 minutes until
Peaceful.
that was it.
Yeah.
There's another time she got an attack. We're still babies.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know if I can't remember if my grandmother's place or
Yeah.
so her best friend was a mama check ko hospital na kwa tibile re bona re tsa go sekolo re ntse go sekolo go te guys yang lape so a grezero ba go la ka ba go lela neta di dira
Yeah.
mara foko what my guy had she was pale over no motho ana botshelo motho wa so any minute. She says, I remember, the only thing I remember was all I said was, Lord, I cannot afford to go now because banake babanya. But if it is your will, let it be done. There was a point the doctors had to tell her, my dear, because you've lost so much blood.
Yeah.
All we have, it's not going to be enough. God, drinking, my dear, drinking. So you go through situations that groom you. Because when you have a parent like that or guardian like that, they start to teach you in the ways that you should go, so that when you are older, you don't depart from it.
Yeah.
This is exactly what the Bible says, that teach a child in the way they should go, so that when they're grown, they don't depart from it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's essence of life. That's exactly what I was taught.
Yeah.
So when I get into fame in the world, and when I understand that that is not who I am Thabang Rasefako.
Yeah.
This guy, a father of many nations. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's the path I follow every day. And even when I met my lady, I started to teach her. I was like, you know what, there's one day I want to be down. And if you don't know how to pray to protect our family, we're doomed. Because if the protector is down, there's no one to guard the city.
Yeah.
And you are the last hope. I started teaching her. She can pray for me now. She can pray for me. She can do this. She can do this. She can do that. Well,
Yeah.
I don't deviate from the faith, my man. I was taught on what I should do ever since killing from Botswana by me to now.
Yeah.
Still the same, man.
Yeah, and it's good that even your music, the way you are writing it devoted to the faith. Yeah. So I want you to tell us about your journey from Khoisan to now Syke, or to now both. Maybe you can just clarify it, tell us a bit about that, so that maybe we can understand and the audience can get to understand where basically you are coming from. Because now we've been talking about your upbringing, where your mom taught you much about church, about the faith and all that. Right? Now let's get to a point where we understand who Syke is. Yeah, through Khoisan to now merging or incorporating Syke into the brand.
Khoisan was a movie also.
Yeah.
Building up to the brand Khoisan.
Yeah.
The dream, actually, when Khoisan, it led to life. Why am I saying that? When Khoisan came to life, the gentleman over there is one of the pioneers by existence of Khoisan.
Okay.
The manager of Khoisan is direct family.
He's your manager now, right?
That's my manager.
Yeah.
That guy is one of the biggest pioneers in the existence of Khoisan.
Okay.
He was there, he saw us solidify this band really too. And then Hans went out to expand to do his own thing. So it's just, we started off as 5 to 2. And the growth is just so amicable because we tutor dealers and throughout the process, I think you would learn how to
Yeah.
Maybe nobody's taking chances. I'll break you down to the last particle, and then I'll build you back up as something else.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to us.
Something else more beautiful.
More beautiful.
Yeah.
To knowing how to navigate my Arona as public figures.
Yeah.
To knowing how to navigate Matselo Arona around what we do. Staying out of trouble, living the proper life, and also making sure we're only Ramana do the Eda bullying to what we do.
Yeah.
That's what Suffocate did. And then from that too, I'm going to teach you how to sing. I know you have the talent, but I'll show you how to properly use the talent.
Yes.
Mama would have rehearsals 5 hours back to back. We would have every day Retla Studio. Wasn't that Tiro, by the way? When Khoisan started. For 6 months straight, every day, Retla Riasali. Wasena Gigi.
Yeah.
Up to building up to Marabeli. Again. So after Marabeli, Orara Khoisan does what? Disbands to 2 people. And then we had the breakthrough at Saranap.
And the first song, Marabel, I think that's the first song that I started knowing.
Yes, sir.
So, because at first I saw the crew, but then Jiggy fast, you're down to 2. Yeah. Maybe why can I necessarily, I don't know, maybe trying to see how trying to see who's best for the position. I don't know how you can put it.
I think the initial dream to Khoisan was mostly to create something that's never been created before.
Yeah.
Saf is a big dreamer. They're all big dreamers. Bobby's a big dreamer.
Yeah.
creating Khoisan was trying to create something that's never been created before.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, the concept was out of this world because it worked.
Yeah.
Now, get into the reality of things is the financial aspect of what you are trying to do. Kind of everyone wants to make money out of their hard work.
Yeah, true.
The financial aspect of what you're trying to do based on the environment also and the amount of work you have to do. Implicate the outcome.
Yes, sure.
Now you have 5 people, 5 different personalities,
Yeah.
and 5 different tables and families you have to feed out of the little money that you make.
Yeah.
So we get to a point in order, okay, if one, it doesn't make financial sense.
Yeah.
It looks good, but is it working? No.
Yeah.
So now I want to do, I feel like I've learned enough. I want to go about my solo career.
Yeah.
Now I want to do me. Now I want to do me. What do you want to do? I want to stick with her. Because I go audition at Khoisan, right?
Yeah.
I've been knowing Rati since she was a one high school. From one. Around the same year as my sister.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm sticking with you. So cool. Or salary, Khoisan.
Yeah.
The breakthrough comes Kasananap. Her genius put together Sananap. It started off as just a video and a whole freestyle. Sapphire, and we forced him, recorded the song overnight, it blew up. Just like that. Became my breakthrough song, followed through Kasitubiyera, became a smash hit. Took us as far as South Africa.
Yeah.
Took us as far as Zimbabwe, Vic Falls Carnival, twice.
Yeah.
Took us as far as Dubai. The government literally knocked on our doors.
Yeah.
Literally Dubai. All right, cool. We actually thought it was. We actually didn't think it was real.
Yeah.
Rehearsed for 2 weeks because that's all that was left. Rehearsed for 2 weeks. Went there. Botswana was the only country that filled up the arena.
Yeah.
With different countries and superstars from different countries. We're the only ones that packed that arena. We trended for a whole month.
Yeah.
Back to back to back. That was a very defining moment in my career as a creative. So to now me, get draw back because I built the cycle from zero.
Yeah.
I took nothing out of Khoisan. I just took me.
Yeah.
Because that's all I need. I took me, I took the skill, and I took my essence. When I started Syke, I want to leave every trace of Khoisan out of who I am right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take R&B and combine it with Afrobeat. Because I've always been an R&B head. I'm going to take that R&B beat,
Yeah.
Nobody has ever done that before. I'm the first man to ever do that. And I'm the first man to ever do it, and it worked.
Yeah.
Because I combined parts of my expertise that are very expensive and very hard to learn because you have to be patient enough. That's how we came up with Senakamwedi. Because when people listen to it, they're like, it sounds like R&B.
Yeah.
But it's also Afrobeat.
Yeah.
I'm still here to look for a name for it. Y'all just be patient. I'll give you guys a name. But to Sasami, just raw Setswana.
Yeah.
Now that's when I wanted to prove a point because I'm that good. I was like, you know what? There's so many people that look at me and they felt like, you know what? There's a part of you that wasn't really good enough because we never got to witness your full potential under the shadow of Khoisan. Now let's see what this guy's capable of because Akarari is going to do his own solo thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is my time.
But I'm interested in maybe the diversion. How was it with maybe the founders of Khoisan and now you trying to divert and do your own solo career?
Yeah. He's a man that wishes people. Because like I said, I'm just going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
When you build something from nothing, you become a bit more possessive.
Yes.
But it's because you've worked so hard for those people to be where they are.
Yes.
I think for him, it was more of, I want him to succeed, but I don't know how to feel about it because these guys are my babies.
Yes.
Like I've seen them grow from nothing.
Yeah.
So I can call him. Or not. I can do 2 seconds and 9. Do 1, 2, and 3. That's all you need. Maloba before you someone he called me. It's like you focus a lot on your music. But I want you to also not neglect the brand because you saw how we built Khoisan from nothing.
Yes.
tsa brand le go le music or be on the same level.
Yeah.
And you make money quicker than you can ever think.
Yes.
I was like, all right, bet. So he's so interested in seeing what we're capable of outside of the scope of his guardianship.
Yeah.
And he's so invested in what we do. And I appreciate that so much because of what I
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to only focus on what he's telling you to
Yes,
do
sir.
as maybe as an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Syke, now let's talk about Syke. Syke as a solo artist, right? So what's the dream? Where are we going?
I'm going to break it down for you.
Yeah, yeah,
I have a company without the Nova Corporations.
yeah,
When I made that company, I had no idea what I was going to do with it.
yeah.
You know about it.
Yeah, I
you
know
everything,
about
like
it. Yeah, yeah.
So, now I started having this dream. Kiri, you know what? I actually want to be a boss. I want to be a boss, but a different one. Matter of fact, not a boss, but a leader.
Yeah.
Because I have been groomed on how to actually lead people. I've done that my whole life.
Yes.
So I'm going to create Nova Music Group. Nova Music Group is not just a label. I'm not going to assign you. I'm going to train you.
Yeah.
As an artist. I can real music, go build a career. In the process, I root. Na go ngotle bo sna le nna. The whole news. Wa patela sa go di tso di tirelo no se ke go ha maela gore re tswa go tirelo le wana. Ke go real music, ke go real shoot, ke go shootela di video ke go real PR.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
If you push it, you become famous, you get all your money. At the end of your career, 2 years or 3 years, depends. After 3 years, and I'm going to make sure 3 years, I'm going to give everyone equal attention. You are popular, you are whatever. How to hold? I get. We go 40, I take 40, you take 60% of your masters.
Yes, yes.
It gives you what? The executive vote over Spanish.
Yes.
You do whatever you want with it.
Yes.
I don't own you. If motsama iso nya butumalano ba tumalano a rona kana pere kwa rona gona le boitsholo bonong bo bo dirang kana di tse di jeopardizing reputation ya tiro a rona
Yeah.
ke kgagana le wena
Yeah.
ke gona le 100% of your staff. You know what, go do whatever you want to do with your stuff.
Yeah.
Go lebagala go rona le go le vision e better than mine.
Yeah.
It's okay. Go about your way. I wish you well. It's fine. So the vision is, like I just outlined it to you.
Yeah.
I'm building Syke as a pioneer because I don't simply want to rivet the business clearly to myself because I don't keep patterns in the business. Yeah,
True.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm building an empire with other people involved as a driving force.
Yes.
Nova Music Group in as well.
Yes.
Because there are other people more about when I make that, I want to give artists a different perspective from what they're so used to. Ka di label di ba tsela, di ba sotla, di ba mo di ba shafa, di ba irela di tsotletse. Ka o se betsa gore kana me botshelo ha ba nna yalo. People are not the same and experiences also differ.
Yeah.
Yours might be different. I'm going to dive you into a different world of this music and this production, this life that you want, le career. You know what I also could any day you want, you have all the power in the world to do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
And then nakele sai ke monno go enable here. To go nela go ra ke wale one with ile tsena ka lone. Ke tsene ka lone. I know what's on the other side. Go.
Yeah.
So that's my goal, man. I just want to build that. I want to give people, because there's oh my God, goodness, there's so much talent out there.
Yeah, there is.
There's so much talent. The what I wish I would have chance but the rest of talent would be nice. Would be nice, to see myself do that, and I'll tell my kids about it some other day.
Yeah.
Your dad was I used to be that guy.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So right now as Syke, how many songs have I know Sesame, I know Senakangwedi, I know Linkiti.
And then there's Botselo. And then there's Tepoyami.
So these two are not yet out.
They're out.
They're out.
Yeah, Botselo is a song I'm featured on.
Yeah.
It belongs to Araba Show Vision. And
oh yeah, I know it. I know it. Yeah.
And then there's Tepoyami Vex 99.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
Tepoyami is new.
No.
Oh, okay.
Saladizo. Ilela Botswana now so go tswa tshepo ya after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the two songs, like BTA,
Piano.
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 Ah, okay.
So for
The
piano.
two songs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you've been talking about training people, got music, helping them get to maybe elevate their careers and whatnot and whatnot. I want you to take me through Linkiti. Just a line. I want to try it.
Well, you want to try to sing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting you on the spotlight.
Okay. I'm going to try to look for the easiest one.
Yeah.
What can I say, man? Okay, fine. Ha ba go bitsa mainanyana ha Lesotho ke batla phuthule pelo ba itshwarele. You get it? Ha ba go bitsa mainanyana a Lesotho ke batla o phuthule pelo o ba itshwarele. I get it. Yes. So now because I'm actually singing it a bit faster, it sounds
Yeah.
ha ba go bitsa mainanyana a Lesotho ke batla phuthule pelo ba itshwarele. You get that? This is huge.
Ako like kgato go bitsweng the chorus.
Okay.
Let's try the chorus. That's too high.
Le tata la hore linkitsi. Le tata la hore linkitsi. That's what it says. That's what it says. Le tata
la gore linkitsi.
Yes.
Le tata la gore linkitsi.
Yeah, you're doing it perfect.
Is it good?
You're doing it perfect. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's just talk about your crazy self. Let's just stop talking about the music a bit. Let's talk about your crazy self outside music. Your life outside music. Maybe not as Thabang Rasefako, but as Syke, but outside the music industry, where now you are with your majita.
Yeah.
You're chilling and all that and all that. Why did you choose? Okay, fine. Maybe we'll talk about. We'll maybe be anchored on Kanya Hore, the way you were raised, or you were taught about faith. That's why maybe you don't. Align yourself with some of the things that maybe some famous people do. Yeah. But what do you normally do when you're just chilling with your majita?
You see these guys over there? That's all I do. These are the only people I ever devote my time to hang out with. If I'm not with them, I'm with my lady.
Yeah.
I've taken a decision to create the difference between my life, Kilasike.
Yeah.
I don't really have much of a life, Kilasike.
Yeah.
Wa the famous musician. I only have a life, Kile Thabang or Syke Wadi out.
Yeah.
I formed relationships, man.
Yeah.
I have people that love me. I have people that look at me as a big brother or as a trustworthy per se.
Yeah.
So other circles, I don't believe, I've never believed there's a life or as did professionally. You don't have friends who do.
Yeah, true.
You don't have friends who industry. You don't have friends who are spanning. You only have friends who are lapping.
Yeah.
People that truly understand you because they're not focused on what you can give them.
Yeah.
They're focused on who you are and just the fact that you exist.
Yeah.
And they love you for that. So, but I have nothing, bro. I have nothing. Even after a gig, after I perform, I get off stage, I go home. Just like that.
Yeah.
If every check I get, the first thing I do before I go anywhere, I take my lady out for a date. Yeah. Ask her any day. We go out for a date. I have fun. I go to we see what it's because we have so much to talk about. We live our lives together every day.
Yeah.
So there's so much to talk about every day. And I talk to them about Spania. I talk to Bobby about my work, my dreams. He listens to me.
Yeah.
He can listen to the most and one it's not the one. You understand what I'm saying? So from low key, my producer to the Autisa to my manager to my family at home to my mother, that's the only people I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously when you are famous? Or how do you deal with girls who throw themselves at you? If bad thing, yeah,
To be honest,
yeah,
there's none. Women don't throw themselves at me.
yeah.
I don't know why. There was a time I actually thought to myself, "Hey, that's like she's all." That's how
I didn't think that's what he said.
They don't.
Yeah.
And I think it's not because you don't look good.
Yeah,
Sometimes, reality. Gents, do I try? Level I try, and I believe there are levels on Mobitsilo.
yeah,
Because my demeanor is different from yours as a man.
yeah,
I'm a very unapproachable person, not because I'm rude. But I feel like you're going to see me. I like that guy, he's famous as well, but is he really accommodating? Is he really? How can we more? Oh,
yeah.
but still you respect me anyway because create a
yeah,
genuinely, not because you are trying to prove to them or you are better. You do that because you know and you are giving credit to who you are as a person.
yeah,
So for women, I don't know what exactly they're thinking, but it's a thing I created for myself.
yeah,
I don't let anybody get that close to me. When my life changed, when I met her, when I met my lady, I got on my knee, proposed to her. Hey man, look, my life changed drastically. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
For me, seeing things the way I used to see them, to me, wanting to be a father, wanting to be a husband, all of these things. Yeah, nah, I'd say we got. But if I were to get involved in 1, 2, and 3, is it really going to not is it really? By my relationship by me? Yeah.
true.
Because when I lose her, so let's build substance over.
Yeah,
So I stay true to myself, man. I stay true to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I stay true to things that matter to me.
yeah,
It's just pleasure. Pleasure is fleeting. Pleasure is fleeting.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And it happens a lot in the entertainment industry.
So much.
Yeah,
So much. So, like I said, the substance of man. Who are you?
yeah,
I'm home. I'm a house built on top of the rock. Who's the rock? The rock is the Lord. There's the Lord Jesus Christ. Just as simple. And what does the Lord Jesus Christ say? So that the Bible defines these things. He puts them into perspective.
yeah,
He teaches you because we are not here to listen to what another man like me puts as a definition to you.
yeah. Yeah,
I live
very
like that.
complicated. And then let's talk about, the celebrity kind of lifestyle. Why? Okay, I don't know, but you know that I don't know why a lot of famous people are not accessible. Maybe you meet someone and they don't want to talk to you, and that kind of lifestyle, man. And whatnot and whatnot. I don't know.
Rata wo blind. Rata wo kotsi. Me a re kotsi. Rata wo kotsi, me a re kotsi. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody.
Yeah,
Because I'm part of the bunch too.
Yeah.
I'm not part of the bunch that acts out of pocket.
yeah,
I'm just part of the bunch by classified as famous people. Na, kaya mela witness. There's a Bible out the Calabash. It's like a little complex.
yeah.
But one point I'm saying what is said. It's him. Now people start looking at you different because you are not all
Yeah.
glamored up and you're not all shiny and stuff. Or what?
Yeah.
You look different from other celebrities because I think make celebrity
Yeah.
Celebrity. It's what you think of me. You think of me as this untouchable guy.
Yeah.
It's a picture you have in your head. I'm just a guy that you like. Why do you like me? You like me because I make good music. You like my music. But then you're not so invested in who I am as a person. They would tell about me outside of what you have painted for yourself. That thing in your head is not real. your witness ko lapeng
Yeah.
self ra ke ha o tsena ko lapeng witness ga ta tlhagola ko ntle wa go rama ma gore na mara ke
celebrate. Yeah.
na ke latlela sutu bra go se ira you're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Your humility does not allow you.
Yeah.
Because you know what that title ke a ga boroni le batho ba ena gore ba go itse o la alva
Yes.
go lapeng mama go ngwana a gago go lapeng le hape le ga maleitame ke thaba o le gore ba mmone ke tshameka bolo re o le mo
Yeah.
antshwara ke raya I really do not care about that, man. That's just a facade.
Yeah.
That's really a facade. And I wish people could just stop living motsolo bo fake. Ke motsolo bo fake.
Yeah, yeah.
Ba bona ka go palelwa na gona na let's see this guy want to chabot kulia maybe makan. And guess what? My other famous friend is not here to help me.
Yo le ngoro chila le.
Exactly. Go bathuso mama. Wena. A go bona hale go ra ke ro. Bara ka kulia ka itimile ra Nigeria ke. Ha re teng lore di mano mar da mano rata di. Ke Nigeria ke re fetu. Wana o modilong tsa o bontlogela ho. Bona bosigo. Mayara tswa kwa bantu ku tabara. You didn't help me because ke gore se gore ke o hide picture ra gore na ke khomege. I don't need your help.
Yeah.
Na ga emela mo kuding ka ipusha. There was one time I was with my lady.
Yeah.
I had to fly over in BTV. Or Aramdala, my lady's father. Had since I beat Rizakuli, Abasa Teletimina. So Nagan say get hit out 120 Kuleru. Kubuto too. Who I am. Hey, Monaga bullet bonnet. Next, Brak. We were trying to call the tow guy, the mechanic guy. We were telling him what kind of good eating so to come around. So eating it now I have to do what I have to push it go stop. Why? I'm just with my lady. I'm currently cap brak. I think I'm going to go neutral with the Hembrick. The Hembrick will get cromets. I can't get leave him. I will get cromets and now. Well, you be what all come and I had to come here when I was school. I'm going to go to the mood. Can't make it come to an ATP. So she calls time. Maragana go eat me Tamara. Oh, check a terminal. I know Tota we called him. He said he didn't know what the problem was.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I because we had to try to figure can I be my timid. I agree some I was not power high bull.
Oh yeah.
So she had to pull the back seat and then actually unhinge it from inside. So what I bula. Bula go bitir. Ndala bitir. It's like that entera ko li I want to be twins in that is real life. It happens to anyone.
Yeah.
So how they allow to blindly and give I have an image to keep to live up to. I'm not pushing this guy. That's why I want to say. You might think those okay, Mark. Why you maximum you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a form of humility that many people don't have. And I'm not saying I'm better.
Yeah.
But I'm groomed. I've been raised, I've been trained, I've been taught.
Yeah.
In a way that every man should go or every child should go so that when you are older you don't depart from it.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, man. Listen, we're about to close, but I think maybe if we don't talk about finances, I want us to delve much into the financial aspect of the industry.
Yes, sir.
And how you are planning to maybe, because I don't know, the economy is doing very bad at the moment. And at the start of the year, the music industry is not that much out there. Yeah. So what's the plan?
I'm one of the few people that believe in building.
Yeah.
I believe confidence is equals to preparation is equals to confidence. However, more calendaring is just the entertainment, the creative industry. January, February, March.
Yeah.
This is why the budget speech I pray like it. Is it April? What is the budget speech?
Nearly maloba. I think nearly this week, Monday.
week, I get it.
Yeah.
So, okay,
But we normally know it should be at around April. I think, yeah.
more or less.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was focused on. So January, February, March. Why was so well because last year about December we already staff party we already none in
Yeah.
Kana go artist. To na go le go ipakanya. Okay, 1. 2, you are taking time to create substance, like I keep saying.
Yeah.
Music, o leng gore o lucrative enough, lo e leng gore o plan ahead for the year. Gore ka se nna ne se nna na ke na se na se ka ura ya. That's why people need to have managers. It's important.
Yeah.
Ha kwa tsela tshwetso wa re ka GTI. Ha madi a mangwe tsana re ka GTI. E wata wa le my down. E ba out tula tsotlhe.
But do you guys listen to your managers though?
Ask him over there.
Does he listen to you?
Yeah, he's well good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a matter of being, like I said, humble. You're not bigger than the system, my man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You let people help you because two is better than one. Wa wa ga ntse se boto ka go itisa. E be le pataganye be go tswa botshelo.
Yeah.
January, February, March. Ipakanye out. Make good music. Prepare. Roll up music. Maybe that's the best time or all music or only say music. January, February. January, February, March. Listen music on.
Yeah.
Already calendar this similar. That event from body Easter from Bweng. Most of my present.
Yeah.
How my diaka? Also a plenty team my boy ha zaga etsa ki ke tsa mo 5,000 pile ke tsa 10 o ka go mmela. Ke tsa 10 o mongwe ke duela batho ba le gore ba ira tiro ga go akere. E bo tsa 550 ba di phatla ka. That's all you need. You don't need anything expensive.
But how do you feel if maybe you feel like, you know what, Lena, I had this plan or I have this plan, so ke batla gore gompieno ko madi ha tsena, I want to take this much ke ise kwa gona na go Valentine ke batla go tsa bokana ke go chila le mama se kana ke travel le baby girl and whatnot. But then your manager comes and tells you, I no mate, we have a plan, we have a dream, so let's stick to this. Ka go la penga mosadi ena papa girlfriend allowance.
Le ikholegile ke le bolo le ikholegile ka basadi ba ba lo batla di kantla. Na ga me a ke ba tlantla. Ga me go batla maduro. She wants results.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about the money. Kumpieno. Ara mela gona e be music ga go ya mostolo pop off. We ile nga madi a. Na ke jela madi go na ke ne go na la girlfriend allowance. What do we ile nga na ni kile go reka di weave. What our kiria. I get ke madi ano ampa. It's a back and forth. Nobody is giving a solution.
Yeah.
You are both blaming one another. Harna le plan le banna. Jensi buana buy Tobas because how many are we? Were 5. Wanna buy Tobas. So we buy those Tobas 87 seater. I pamba 25 2 extras are left.
Yeah.
Tobas is about 80. We're going to have 2 gigs. It's 25,000 in a month. Again, we cover the expenses. What's important and what's needed. Again,
Yeah.
So it's all discovery. I was not covering Araba, my dear Murabella. What I love on the Lijo token lowering. If the idea is an expensive, we don't care.
Yeah.
Apart the opportunity, apart 2 years ago, sharp. I can also, you
Yeah.
don't need a new Nike shoes. You are fine. Barmad, Rekatobas, Aras now Rekatobas, we move on to another. You understand what I'm saying? If it's a plan you get with your people, stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Because you never know what plan at data. Let's now accomplish. How far? So like I keep saying, be humble enough to listen to the people that have your best interest at heart. So that's what we're on.
Yeah.
I wish people would, but and every time money is involved, people don't matter to you anymore.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you are that guy, because you're the guy that gets booked and makes the money. Everyone else is replaceable like this.
Yeah.
How Kaloranyora Foundation no say I only knows.
No,
No tona le maele mangwana gore ha wa ha go rutana go thusa. O go thusitse ha o motsa mo kobela ko. A ka motsa mo kobela ko yana. O rangitse side ya gago.
Yeah.
Ya ka ro pega ntuse ra go ya crumble like go sala ka ntwe ya.
Kore la ka rutisa someone else. How can I kopana? Because that person, the person you're probably bringing doesn't have the same skills as Yeah.
You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, I do. But man, finances are a very complicated topic to talk about.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. As my friend, I want you to keep being anchored to the dream.
Yeah.
Keep being anchored to the dream, and with your team, always listen to your manager. Just keep it up.
Yeah.
Always listen to your manager, and the dream.
Yeah.
Keep pushing my G.
I appreciate you.
Keep pushing my G.
Sure.
A re leke go bereka re bone gore go ta tswa eng ga go tsweng se se sa tsweng re ta amogela gore nyame re lekile ga go a tswa, but we still go, we still push with what we have.
Sure.
And as well we still achieve what is achievable, and also re nne mo, you know what, I want us to go every time when we have plans, ne? When you do your plans, I want you to be realistic. Be realistic about life, about who you are, about where you come from, and the dreams that you put on the table. Know that, okay, fine, there's the dream that I've been working on for so many years, and I know that if I get to be realistic with what I'm currently doing, then I know that I'm going to achieve a lot. Yeah. Because is because we overdream. And when we overdream, it gets to overwhelm us, because now you know what, and it's not coming at the time you're expected it to come, because now you're overdreaming, you're over believing God for those you are not realistic. That's on from the get-go. So my advice, as my friend, keep pushing, man.
Yes, sir.
I love what you do. I love your music. You're doing very good.
I appreciate
You're doing very good, and yeah, well, I think we'll keep on talking.
Yes, sir.
We'll keep on talking. Any help, anything that you need from me, my G, let's push.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if there's anything that you want to say, but before that, we have a closing tradition. This closing tradition. So the last guest who was here left something for you. So I want you to read it and tell me what you think about it. That's one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It says, be daring and be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want me to do with it?
What do you think about the statement? Or what do you have to say about the statement?
Wow, man, it says be daring and be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
And it's more or less what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing I'm being say no what if you want to change lives, you need to change yours.
Yeah.
If you want to be better, if you want other people to be better, you have to be better yourself. So I appreciate people for this.
Yeah. You have to do the same for the next guest. Yeah, you can use this page.
Kwala ini tayo. Kwala. Kwala naman.
Go tswa dipina la ka. Okay, so you are writing ba like ba subscribe. Now you can continue.
Yes, sir.
All right. Folks, we've been having a beautiful conversation with Thabang Syke Rasefako, and if you are watching our podcast and have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly do so, because it will help us grow. It will help you grow, because we promise, man, we promise to keep bringing beautiful, greatest guests, so that we have these beautiful conversations, and we're trying to grow the podcast, and we are trying to grow characters of our audiences, and teach and learn, right? So yeah. I think he's about to get done. I don't know if you have anything that you want to say. The last words, so that we lila the audience.
My last words, okay. Let me look at the camera because they signal me to look at the camera.
Yeah.
One, understand that there's no life outside of a source. Nothing exists outside the involvement of a source. And the source of your life is your creator. Keep that in mind. The source of your life is your creator. And without him, there's no life. Because you're stepping outside the design of your existence. So, any day that you find, or for whatever reason there is, give your life to the Lord Jesus Christ, guys. I'm saying this not as a joke. I'm saying this not as something to, give you guys something to talk about. But because I've seen it for myself. I've seen him for myself. I've experienced him for myself. And the life that he offers us is a life of true peace and tranquility. So, yeah, go check it out for yourself. Thank you.
That's dope, man.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming, dog.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch. Until we meet again, folks, I'm Witness the Two. Cheers.